summer at the creek. It was the last summer before college, and the small town of Capesides seemed quieter than usual. Dawson Leary sat on the edge of the dock, his feet dangling above the water as the sun began to set. His video camera sat beside him and touched for the first time in weeks. Across the creek, Joey Potter was rowing toward him in her old wooden boat, her face half lit by the orange glow of the sky. "Hey, Spielberg," Joey called out, her voice soft but playful. Dawson smiled despite himself. "Hey, Potter," he replied. Joey tied her boat to the dock and sat down beside him. She tucked her legs beneath her, glancing sideways at Dawson. "Pacey's looking for you," she said after a moment. Dawson sighed. "Yeah, I've been avoiding him." Joey frowned. "Dawson, he didn't mean for it to happen." Dawson shook his head. He could still picture it, the bonfire last weekend. The way Jean pulled back, looking guilty. And the way Pacey's eyes immediately shot toward Dawson across the flames. "It's about Pacey. He's my best friend." "And Jen's your first love," Joey said carefully. Hands shoved in his pockets, his expression guarded. "Hey," Pacey said. "Hey," Dawson replied. Pacey scratched the back of his neck. "Look, I screwed up. I wasn't thinking. Jean and it wasn't serious. I never meant to hurt you." Dawson's jaw tightened. "It's not that easy, Pacey." "I know," Pacey said, "but you're my best friend. I don't want to lose that over one stupid mistake." For a moment, neither of them spoke. Then Joey squeezed Dawson's hand. Slowly, Dawson stood up. "You really care about her?" Dawson asked. Pacey shook his head. "No, not like that." Dawson's shoulders relaxed a little. "Okay," Dawson said. "Let's try to figure this out." Pacey smiled in relief. "Yeah." Dawson nodded. Pacey stepped closer, and the two of them clasped hands, pulling into a brief hug. As Pacey stepped back, Joey stood up beside Dawson. "Well," she said, "I'd say this calls for ice cream." Dawson smiled. "Agreed." The three of them walked down the dock together, the sun sinking below the horizon. Maybe things weren't perfect, maybe they never would be, but for now, they had each other, and that was enough.